Are you in the club? Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back. Today on DCTC, it's the Disney Princess Royal Palace. This is a super cool playset that features Cinderella and Princess Ariel. Let's open it up and get started. Okay, so there's gonna be a little bit that we'll have to put together, but shouldn't be too bad. Before we put it together, I want to take a minute to show you some of the molds that are in it. So, looks like we have some of the birds from Cinderella, the fairy godmother, the pumpkin, one of the little mice, glass slipper. This looks like decorations. On this one, this is probably all like related to Ariel. There's a snail and a seashell. I'm not sure what that is. That looks like Sebastian, a fish, another fish, one of those. One of them must be flounder. And let's see, let's look on the tower. Looks like a tiara, a rose. Some of these are hard to figure out until you put the Play-Doh in them. Oh, I know what this is. This is like paintbrushes and paint. So this is Rapunzel's tower. And there are some on the base as well. Oh, there's Flounder. And Pascal. I'm not sure what that is. That's another glass slipper. Cinderella's coach. And that is it for the molds. There. This is how it looks all set up. And then we have the dress molds. So there are two of those. This is really cute. This, you roll through the Play-Doh and it creates a pattern, which actually looks like pearls. So maybe this will make like a strand of pearls. And then, I'm not exactly sure what these are. We'll figure it out though. Now I can show you the rest of the accessories that come with it. So, of course we have Ariel and Cinderella. 4 different colors of Play-Doh. So we have yellow and pink. And then we have glittery turquoise and glittery green. So the glitter ones are always fun. And a little roller and a knife. I want to show you something cute. The playset doesn't come with Rapunzel, but we can make Rapunzel's hair. So this is actually an extruder. So we can put yellow Play-Doh down into this, press this down, and we can make long strands of hair that will come out. So that's kind of neat too. Let's start by making Cinderella's dress. So what we're gonna do is take some of the glittery blue Play-Doh and we're gonna press it into the dress mold. Put it on either side. Then we take Cinderella, place her in just like that, and then press the mold around her. I might have too much Play-Doh in there. I can't get it to close up at the top. Cinderella is probably like, I can't breathe. Take some of the Play-Doh out. So maybe we should take some of the Play-Doh out because we definitely want it to close around her. Let's try that again. Oh, that is much better. Does that feel better, Cinderella? Oh, yes. I couldn't breathe before. Okay, so now let's open it up. Squeeze it one more time. We'll open it up. And it didn't stick together. Oh, Play-Doh. Play-Doh can be so tricky sometimes. Let's try putting some Play-Doh along the seam. Like that. And we'll get it to stick, maybe. Hopefully. No. I'm following the directions exactly. I'll show you. Press the Play-Doh in the mold, put the doll in the mold, close the mold around her, open it up, and she has on a beautiful dress. So I guess we'll just keep trying. Okay, I'm starting all over, but this time I'm not gonna press it in so firmly. And we'll see if that works.
Hooray!
That's the way to do it. Perfect! So now I'm gonna take the little knife and very carefully cut away the excess Play-Doh at the bottom. And now here she is, and her dress is all cleaned up, and we can decorate. So I'm pretty sure that these are molds to use, so I think what I'm gonna do is make one layer of yellow and maybe another of pink, and use those to go around Cinderella's waist. And let's start with the yellow. And let's just see how this looks. Ooh. Not great so far. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. So I just need to go in and clean up the edges and cut that out. And then it's not so bad that it ripped because we have to break it to go around her waist anyway. Now her waist is tiny, so we definitely don't need all of that. I wish I could move her arm. See this arm? It's right in the way. Okay, so here's how that turned out. It's not perfect and it's a little thicker than I wanted it, but I think it works okay. Now this next part might be hard to see, but if you look right down the center here, you can see almost like a triangle. See that? I kind of drew it so you could see it. I want to roll out some yellow and cover that triangle in yellow. And there's no mold for that, so I'm just gonna have to guess. One of the things that's a little tricky about these is the Play-Doh figures on the boxes always look so good. And then when you try to copy them or do something similar, it's so much harder than it really looks. So I just try to take my time and also remind myself that it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just having fun with it. And so that's what you guys should tell yourselves too. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I think we have about the right length. Just gonna try to clean up my edges a little bit here. So it's way too long, but that's not really that big of a deal. That needs to be more of a point, so that's an easy fix. And we just press it down. Whoa, I stretched it. Play-Doh is very forgiving, so that's one really nice thing. If you make a mistake, it's pretty easy to fix it. All right. Now we need some pink. For the pink, I want to try that little roller that makes the pearl looking kind of chain. So I want to try that, and I want to do 2 of those to go along each side of that yellow triangle. Okay, here we go. Just gonna do a few of them just to make sure I get 1 or 2 that will definitely work. Oh, these are fragile. I think we need to make our Play-Doh a little thicker. I don't think so. Huh. Maybe I'm pressing too hard. I think that was it. I think I was pressing on it way too hard. See, doesn't that look neat? Now, I suspect this part is going to be very tricky because these are very fragile. And I don't think I can clean up the edges to make them look any better than that because they're just gonna tear. Though I might put the skinnier ones up at the top like that. Okay, now I just want to do something pink right here, like maybe a bow. And there is a bow right on the back of Rapunzel's tower. Okay, now we can take that little bow and pop that right onto the front of her dress. Very cute. Before we do Princess Ariel, let's take a look at some of the molds on the back of Cinderella's castle. Ooh, that gets so messy, but you know there's a little trick. And the trick is that you take Play-Doh, whoa, and you can kind of use it to clean it up because it'll stick. So push off the excess, kind of clean up the edges, and then you can also use it to pull it out. I think this is our fairy godmother. Let's try the glass slipper. There we go. There's the glass slipper. And here are the little birds. There. And we definitely can't forget to do Cinderella's coach. And now we can sit Cinderella up in her castle, and we can decorate Ariel's dress. Or actually, we'll have to make one because Ariel isn't wearing a dress yet. And for her dress, of course, we're going to use the green glittery sparkly Play-Doh. And remember the trick? We're going to put some Play-Doh in, but we're not going to press it down too hard because we want it to stick to the other side of the green Play-Doh, not to the mold. I have a feeling we're going to need more Play-Doh. Let's take a look and see. Yep. Okay, we'll give it another try now. It still feels like we need more. Okay, this time we'll put some in the back. This is taking a lot more than Cinderella's dress did, but I guess that's because Ariel is a mermaid. I have an idea. Okay, now let's see. See the indentations from, it's like all the scales on her mermaid tail? They're starting to press into the Play-Doh, so I know we're getting close. Oh, I think this is it. The back of it worked. Now hopefully I can pull the front off. Don't think I can, so I'm gonna press that Play-Doh in tighter there, and hopefully it will connect with the Play-Doh in the front. Oh, this one is so tricky. Oh, I think we got it. Yay! And just like with Cinderella, we're just going to press down the edges. And I'll probably use my little knife to cut off the excess, like that. Okay, and now the fun part, we get to decorate. Now, I have an idea for hers. You can see these faint little lines that come down. Those are supposed to be kind of like a ruffle or an overlay on her dress. And what I'm gonna do is roll out some pink Play-Doh into long little tubes and make them as thin as I can, and then I'm gonna drape them from her waist to the back of her dress. Now, if you have an extruder at home, you could probably do this pretty quickly by pressing the pink Play-Doh through an extruder, but I wanted to show you guys how to do it just in case you don't have an extruder at home. Okay, when you get it pretty long, you're just gonna wanna kinda grab it so that you have it right at the halfway point or the middle of it. Press that in at the waist, and then you can drape it just like that. Now this one is really long, so I'm gonna cut this in half, roll it out a little bit more, and then we're gonna do the same thing, except this actually probably will be too short. So we'll press that like this and drape it just like that. We'll do the same thing with this one. And here's how that turned out. But we're not done yet. Using the same technique, I put a pink ribbon around the bottom of her dress as well. Now let's use some Play-Doh to make some of the molds on the back of Ariel's castle. Here's a little seashell. We can put that right on the front of her dress. This looks like a starfish. And let's make a couple of those. I have an idea. We just need one more. There. Aw, I love how that turned out. Let's make a few other molds. Not for her dress, but just to decorate and also to see what they look like. It's definitely kind of hard to tell what they are until you put Play-Doh in them. Sometimes it's hard to tell even after you put Play-Doh in them. This one is definitely Flounder. I think this one is Sebastian. Now I can't tell. Let's try the snail. Whoa, that one was easy. And now, before we try Rapunzel's hair, we did the bow. Let's try this. There's a lot of molds on this playset. I think this might be a flower. Ooh, it's a really beautiful rose. Wow, that's so pretty. We also want to make a tiara, and we can see if this will work on Cinderella, and then we can also make one for Ariel. Might be a little big, but we can try it out and see. Okay, here it is. Now let me grab Cinderella. Oh yeah, it's a little big, but that's okay. It looks kind of crazy, doesn't it? Okay, Princess Ariel's turn. Okay, here we go. This might work a little better on her because she has a lot of big fluffy hair. Cinderella has a bun, so. Okay, well, it's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Okay, now let's make some hair. All right, we're gonna press some yellow Play-Doh down into the top of the tower, and you guys watch right here. If you want it to be really long, you can keep adding more yellow Play-Doh. And I was thinking that one thing that we could do with this is we could use it to decorate the dresses. So let's say we rip that off right there. So we have a pretty long piece, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna be careful not to mess up her beautiful tiara, but here's what I'm thinking. So we'll cut that, and we could start by just kind of making this like another layer around the bottom of her dress. Actually, I should have cut that end too so that I had a nice clean line. And you just gently press it around, just like that. You could probably do a whole dress like that. And if you wanted to be extra fancy, you could do like little bends in it to make it look like ribbon. Just like that. That would take a lot of Play-Doh. You'd probably have to go through all the Play-Doh that came with that kit, but it would look really neat. So just to use Cinderella as an example, you could go around it like that. Make a really long one and do that. Or you could do something like down the front. I think that would be really cool. So just another idea for the way that you could use the extruder. And now we have Cinderella in her castle. Let's get Ariel up there. So I did figure out one more thing about these that I want to show you. So I've rolled out some pink Play-Doh, and you can use this as a cutout. So you can, oh, it's not thick enough. I forgot, this is really thick, so we need a lot of Play-Doh, or we need a thick piece of Play-Doh. Maybe not a lot, but I shouldn't roll it out so much. Okay, let's try that. So that is what that looks like. And then you can use that to decorate. See? And this is kind of cute. These sort of work like gears. I'll show you that a little more closely. Isn't that neat? Okay guys, that's it for the Play-Doh Royal Palace. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more Play-Doh videos, you can let me know by clicking on the thumbs up. Make sure you leave me a comment and tell me your favorite thing about this playset. I think mine was Ariel's dress. For more fun videos, check out the rest of our channel. And if you like it, I hope you'll subscribe. This is Amy Jo with DCTC. Thanks for watching!
Another video, that's the end.
Come back soon or we'll miss you, friend.
DCTC. We do toy reviews. DCTC.
And we play with Play-Doh too.
Skits, pranks, eggs and toys.
We make videos for girls and boys.
That's right.